Hi, I'm Terri Milligan, a professional chef and cooking instructor, and today I'm going to show you a very simple, quick recipe for a festive holiday salad. It has a variety of colorful items in it. We're going to have pomegranates, ruby red grapefruit, avocados, and then we're going to use an extra virgin olive oil, some organic mixed greens, and some grapefruit juice from one of the grapefruit, a little Dijon mustard, a tad of sugar, some salt and white pepper, and your vinaigrette will be made. So let's begin. We're going to start with our grapefruit, and what we want to do is get beautiful segments out of this. So we're going to start by taking the rind off of the grapefruit very carefully. You want to take the rind and what's known as the pith, which is the white part of the grapefruit. So now we're going to continue to get the pith off of this. I'm going to use a little sharper knife. We're going to use this nice serrated knife. I'm getting all that pith off. And then we're going to make segments. And you can have a bowl over there, and if you catch any juice, you can use it as a part of your juice. So we're going to get those nice segments right there. You're going to have probably about, off of each grapefruit, probably about 10 to 12 segments. Next, we're going to work with our pomegranates. Pomegranates can be kind of mysterious fruit for some folks, but they're really not that hard to work with. The easiest thing to do is to make sure you've got a nice cutting board that is clean. Get a serrated knife or a sharp knife. I'm going to put some gloves on, disposable gloves, just because I don't want my hands to get red. The inside of a pomegranate is very, very dark red. If you can use this as juice too if you want, but what we want are the seeds. So I'm going to cut into the pomegranate, and I'm going to have some nice seeds in here. And then here's a trick that we're going to do to get the seeds out of the pomegranate. I have a bowl of water, about 4 cups of water in here. We're going to submerge the pomegranate in the bowl, and then with my hands I'm going to get the seeds out. And any of this little pith is going to float. Actually, the pith floats to the top, the seeds float to the bottom. I apologize, I had it the wrong way. So you see all these little seeds all going in here. Pomegranates are usually in season from about September, October, late September, early in October, through about January, February. So if you can see in here, the seeds are in the bottom, and then this pith, as we call it, is up on the top. And I can just take my hand or a strainer, take that little pith out, and then I'm going to put the rest of these seeds through a strainer just to make sure there's no more little pith. But then we've got all of our seeds ready to go. Now the last ingredient is going to be our avocados. And you want to find avocados that are firm to the touch. They spring back a little bit though. If they're too soft, they're overripe. So we have a nice avocado here that if you just press your fingers to it, it springs back just slightly. And what you're going to do is take a sharp knife, go into the avocado, go all the way around, do a nice twist, and it's open. Then we're going to take a knife, and what I like to do is take a small paring knife, and then we're going to go under the skin, lifts right out. And then we can make segments. And in this case, we're also going to do a little chopped avocado. We're going to do some segments for garnish on top and some little chopped pieces to go in the salad itself. Now we're going to make the vinaigrette that goes with this salad. The vinaigrette, as I explained earlier, is very simple. It's a 1/4 cup of the fresh grapefruit juice, approximately a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of Dijon mustard, a little salt and white pepper, and then just a tad of sugar. This is about a 1/2 teaspoon to a teaspoon. You're going to taste it, see how you like it. You might want a little bit more sweetness in it. That grapefruit juice has a lot of tang to it, so having a little bit of that sugar helps offshoot too much of a tang to the dressing. And just so you know why we always put mustard into a vinaigrette, mustard helps emulsify a vinaigrette, so it helps bring the oil and the vinegar together so they stay together. So let's start with the dressing. So I have my 1/4 cup of grapefruit juice. That's from my fresh grapefruit. I've got a 1/2 teaspoon of Dijon mustard. Going to mix that together well. I'm going to put in a little bit of white pepper. I always use white pepper instead of black because I don't like to see little black peppers in my salad dressings. A little bit of sugar. I'm going to put half of it in right now, and then I'm going to taste it and see how I like it. And now I'm going to slowly whisk in olive oil. And as I said, you want to slowly whisk it in because you're mixing two things together that don't want to get mixed together, oil and vinegar. And by mixing it in slowly and continuing to whisk, it emulsifies and creates the vinaigrette and stays together. Now, if you want to make this ahead of time, you can. Keep it refrigerated. Take it out of the refrigerator about 15 minutes before you want to serve it. And might have to give it one more little whisk to bring it back together. Sometimes it will separate in the refrigerator, and you're done. So there's our vinaigrette. And you can taste that and see if you need to adjust it. A little bit more citrus if it's not quite tart enough, and a little bit more olive oil if it's too tart and you need it to be blended again a little bit more. Now it's time to put all of the salad together. I've got enough of my organic greens here for one serving. I'm only going to make one serving of this, but this recipe is going to make about 6 servings worth of salad for you and your guests. So I've got my mixed greens in here. We're going to add some of that chopped avocado that I had. And if you wanted to retain a couple of nice avocado slices for garnish, you can do that. I've got enough of my pieces of grapefruit to go in here. And I'm going to put half of my pomegranate seeds in here. And I'm going to use the rest to just put right on top. And 1 pomegranate will be enough for 6 people. This is just a little portion of that seed. Now I'm going to put about a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of dressing. You just want enough to coat the salad. You never want to overcoat your salad. So enough dressing to just coat. Give it a nice toss. I've got a nice plate here. I'm going to put my salad right in the center. I've got all of the avocado and grapefruit right here. If you were doing this for a buffet or a large group, you could have a large salad platter, put the salad right on top of it, and you could decorate it with additional avocados and grapefruit slices and pomegranates. It would look really nice on your buffet table. Finally, I've got that little leftover pomegranates. It's going to go on top for a final garnish. And we're all set. So you have a beautiful avocado, pomegranate, grapefruit salad with a citrus vinaigrette. Thanks for joining me today.